All right, you bunch of vape-smoking pussies. You try and take my way of life? Time to show you some Tegridy.
Let's talk about South Park and Tegridy Farms.
I never get tired of talking about South Park, man. This is stuff is...
Second week in a row we're talking about South Park. It's because they're making episodes of television that are so good, so funny, so thought-provoking, that we have to talk about them. I'm sorry, guys. You know, we didn't do anything last year. We're not like we're like massive South Park fans. We're like, well, we have to do a show on South Park every week. No, it's not that. But like, they keep making the last two episodes have been so provoking. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, the last three.
Well, the last three.
You're right. Shooting one.
Oh, the school shooting one too. I was afraid to talk about that one, to be honest. But.
Yeah, no, the gloves are off, guys. I mean, the gloves are off with South Park. They're coming at it this year.
Yeah, they are not playing around.
They're breaking the fold of popular culture, and so we're talking about it. Randy, by far my favorite South Park character.
My favorite character too. You got Randy Tegridy? I got Tegridy.
You know, So tell us, you want to do a little recap of the episode?
Yeah, okay. Number one, the episode starts off the way that so far the last two episodes start off, on a frame of the school with random shooting going on in the background, which is
what?
Like they establish in episode one that school shootings are a regular common thing, and they just keep it going.
Yeah.
So Randy and his wife are in the principal's office because their daughter apparently sent a picture of her butthole to the resource monitor in order to vape.
A picture of a dog's butthole.
But it ended up being a picture of a cat's or a dog's butthole instead, right?
That's disturbing enough in itself.
Either way, it's a disturbing thought. And so he's like, you know what? I'm done with this, Sharon. We're going to go on a farm. We're going to live off the land. We're going to get away from this craziness. Well, the problem with that is like they do buy a farm, but they're still going to the same school in the same town. So,
did you see the principal's name?
Okay.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't him. It was Miss Blaze.
Oh, was it really?
It was the placard, Miss Blaze, which you'll get obviously when we talk about what the episode is.
Yeah, so he wants to go start a farm. Remember, they're in Colorado, so marijuana is legal, and it's basically a farm crop. And they start a marijuana farm, and they're drinking hemp milk, and his whole family is mad at him, by the way. His entire family is mad at him because this is so stupid. And I love the way they interact with Stan, because he's making these like unilateral decisions regarding their family and their future.
Yeah.
That's funny in itself. But the funny part was when the vape stuff come up. So he gets Mr. Tally works for the government in order to come out there and test their product for purity. And apparently it's good stuff. Okay. Apparently Mr. Tally decides that his weed is the dankest weed or whatever. So this vape guy comes out. Big Vape was the name of the company. Big Vape, like big tobacco. Comes out, wants to buy the strain of marijuana that Stan has created, the Tegridy strain, to use in his vape sticks. Yeah. And he's smoking a vape stick. He's smoking one of those, like, not one of these. Like, this is like, this is a vape kit, right? So you put the vape in there, you put the battery, you build it. It's a mod. You build it yourself out of your parts. It's like, this is like a lightsaber for smokers, okay? When a vape pen, one of those little temporary ones, you just buy them in whatever flavors you want. That's what you buy the flavor, and once you're done with it, you throw it in the trash. They're disposable. They're like cigarettes.
Right. Well, you saw the inspector that came to check his Tegridy weed, right?
Yeah, Tally,
yeah.
Yeah, Tally.
The drug addict,
Yeah,
Tal.
I love how at the end of the episode he's still there. He's like, "Why are you still here?" He's like, "This is good stuff, man." Anyway, so the vape guy gets there and he's like, selling to the vape company. I don't think so. And he uses a bunch of explicit terms that we cannot use in our channel. He basically
was pretty dirty to him.
Calls them sissy sticks, and he just really lays in to vapors and vape culture. Let me tell you guys, that I vape, okay? I vape because I smoked for almost 15 years. I was a 2-pack-a-day smoker for like 14 years, right?
Okay.
And what happened was, when my kids were born, I decided that I needed to stop smoking. And I tried to stop, right before they were born, I tried to stop cold turkey and just about murdered Shane. Shane remembers this. Shane and I got into many a fights when I was deprived of cigarettes. And I discovered the vape pens from like 7-Eleven, and I gave them a go. And they satiated my addiction. And what I did was, I didn't want to spend, $8 a day on these little vape pens. So I investigated and I built my own mod. And this is a mod that I use. And I have, a juice. I use Kilo Black. And
were the kids selling that on South Park?
No kids were. The kids were in South Park. They were selling the vape pens. Yeah. So what I did was I decided I'm going to start at the highest nicotine count, right? Which is, I think it's like 32 or something, right? When cigarettes are about 40 something.
It kills a small bowl. Go ahead. Yeah.
Right. I mean, if you drank it, you would die, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And what I did was I started with that and I was vaping the 32. And then every month for about 2 years, when I picked up new juice, I would step it down, right?
Okay.
I would step it down.
Nice.
And I eventually stepped it down to 0.3 nicotine. And then as of the beginning of this year, I'm happy to inform you that I am now on a 0 nicotine juice.
Nice.
This juice right here, this one right here, now has 0 nicotine. I have completely, it took me 6 years, but I've completely given up beaten my dependency on nicotine. But I didn't do it the easy way. I mean, the hard way where I quit cold turkey and ruined my family in the process. Instead, right. I used vape, which is definitely a much healthier way to smoke. Let me tell you, the second I started vaping, my lung capacity came back. My health overall was much better, right? And then I eventually
buy vape from Brian.
Eventually, I dropped my dependency on nicotine. So right now, when you see me vape, guys, I am vaping 0 nicotine. Why, you ask? Why do you even bother vaping once you've beaten your nicotine habit? Because I like it. It's that simple.
Oh, okay.
Because it's now a habit, but it's a non-harmful habit. There's no chemicals aside from the PG. It's very basic stuff. And nothing wrong with that.
Great.
But as a vapor, seeing this episode where he just lays into vape people, made me laugh because I am not some vape enthusiast, okay? These people out there, Vape Nation, I blow dope clouds and all those people, I think they're ridiculous. So watching South Park make fun of them is great. I don't think there's anything wrong with vaping. If you want to vape, go for it. If you like vaping, go for it. I'm not going to make fun of you. But I do think the subculture around vaping is ridiculous.
Okay, well, what's interesting is there's the tongue-in-cheek. I mean, so talk about why this episode is so funny. They're basically making fun of vapors. That was nice, Brian.
You like that?
They're basically
it's a dope cloud, bro. Dope cloud. Sorry.
They're making fun of people who vape while growing marijuana to sell for people to smoke. Right. So that's really what they're making fun of both. Which a lot of people don't really get that. That they're saying they're taking the side of marijuana. They're not. They're making fun of both of them. So, and that's what makes this so fantastic. Yeah. And that's what these South Park guys do so well. They make fun of both sides.
They make fun of both sides. Now they got like the marijuana farmer who is being touted as like this.
The integrity. Yeah.
Yeah. Integrity farmer. Having integrity, being a American farmer out there in the field. Act like that's where it's turned. Like weeds turn into this thing where it's like, oh, now vape is bad. So what's bad next? You know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, here's my opinion. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
As long as you don't bother me, I don't care.
It's your body. It's your life.
You want to drink bleach? I don't advise it, but you know what? Whatever. If it's not affecting me, don't. I'm not saying do it. I'm saying if that's what you're going to do, not my problem.
Yeah, no, we don't condone that.
We don't. But what I'm saying is like, people care a little too much about what other people do with their time and their, physical body. I don't just, don't kill yourself and don't bother other people, and life will be okay.
Okay, that's fair. But it was a really funny episode. Randy basically loses his mind. The kids are selling vape at school. The kindergartners have vape on them. There's, Cartman's involved in selling it. Then they're robbing a vape store to pay off their debt.
Yep.
It just kept going from there. And Randy somehow messes all that up. And and this is going to be an underlying thing that continues in the next episode.
I love the names. Like one of the kindergartners, like, I got my candy cane flavored. Like, I don't know why people go, hey, why, if vape is not geared to kids, then why does it come in flavors like lemon head and caramel delight? I'm like, because it tastes good.
I mean, adults eat those things too.
Yeah,
Not quite.
guys,
I mean, I get it.
Check it out.
Yeah.
This is Candy King lemon drops. Okay, I've had this bottle for like a year. It tastes like lemon heads. I can't eat lemon heads, but I can smoke them. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be funny if one of your kids walked up right now and grabbed that and said, "That's mine," and then walked away.
No, my. You see, that's the thing about vape. I don't know if it's not a great example for your kids, right? And my kids ask me why I vape. I try not to vape around them. I try to do it when I'm in my office, when they're at school, and I don't do it in the car when they're in the car. Not that it's even harmful to them, but I just don't want them to see me doing it, right? But they have seen me doing it. And they're like, "Why do you vape, Dad?" And I'm like, because Daddy's a weak bastard that used to do something a lot worse, and now he's doing this so he lives long enough to send you to college.
I'm just like, "Daddy, what's a bastard?"
I'm super honest with them, and they're like, "Is that cool?" And I'm like, "No, it's they actually." One of my kids asked me, "Is that cool?" And I'm like, "No, it's the opposite of cool. It's not cool. This is the one thing Daddy does that is horrible, and you should never do. Not that nothing's wrong with it. I don't want them to even get started though, okay? Because they're too little to understand.
You don't want it to go from vaping to something else,
right?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
so,
that's what parents think.
When they're older, I hope to explain to them, like, this is no nicotine. Daddy used to be a smoker, and Daddy is no longer smoking, and now he just does this because it's honestly, when I'm hungry too, it sort of passes the time, and I've been losing weight that way, so.
You're doing good. Don't sweat it.
So,
it's not a bad thing. Not like the South Park guys made. I don't even think they would make fun of vaping if they didn't have the marijuana on the other hand.
Hold up. You know Matt Stone and Trey Parker both vape and smoke weed, right?
Well, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
They're making fun of themselves here, guys.
Making fun of themselves.
They probably had an argument at one point about which one was better, and then make a whole TV show about it.
Yeah.
I'm
pretty sure they thought marijuana was, so just FYI.
This is... Yeah. These are our opinions, and we would like to hear your opinions below in the comments section. Let us know what you think about vape culture, weed culture, all that stuff. Do you vape? Do you smoke marijuana? No judgment from either of us, but we would like to hear in the comment section down below. Let us know. Hey, thanks for watching the whole video, man. That's really, really cool of you. If you look over here, there's another video, and you can watch that, and then just watch more. And if you're not subscribed, you should probably do that too. Subscribe, please. I hate myself sometimes.